All right, I'm looking at Nvidia, and a lot of this hinges on the ER or earnings report, which is happening on the 19th, Wednesday. And Nvidia is the only stock that hasn't really had a major pop. All the other stocks have: Microsoft, AMD, Micron. Really, Nvidia's lagged behind these other stocks. But I still think they have one more pop, and I believe ER helps this case right here. And this is kind of what I'm looking at. We're already starting to bounce here. This correction could be over, but I'm not going to take it out completely if we do come down a little bit here. But ultimately, I think we're going to come up like this and finish a pattern. But in the overall market, I think we are in a topping process right now. Everybody's extremely bearish at the moment. And there's a lot of similarities to over here, or from right where we're at now to over here. And you see here, I actually posted a forecast on TradingView, and I added this same chart to my group. But you see, we did like a five-wave move right here and stayed in this channel, which is kind of what I think is going to happen now. And for this to happen, we're going to come up, and I believe we'll be in the channel. Now, this could change, and we could break all the way out. Now, I'm leaning that we possibly come out here and take this high out before we actually go lower. But I've also never been in a cycle where the Fed is cutting while stocks are at all-time highs too. I think we got major problems with the working economy, and even the Dow transports is lagging behind, which is normally a sign when Dow transports are lagging and not doing so well compared to the overall market. So I think we stay channel bound right here, and with a pop going in. See, Nvidia earnings is right around here, and a lot of times when they pop, they come down. You may have a gap, and then the stock actually come down, kind of like Microsoft. But we are seeing weakness in a bunch of names. CoreWeave is one of them, Oracle, and I believe this is just early warning signs of what is to come. And ultimately, this cycle right here, I know it looks bearish, but the actual alpha trend or the mega trend is up. So I mean, this will be like a short-term pullback in a major impulse. So this whole wave right here would be a 1-2 on the weekly or monthly. Then we'll start. This is kind of how the markets move. And for me, I just like charting, and I like trying to forecast and predict price. So, and then this is kind of how it always moves. I mean, if you look right back through here, same way. During this run, we had a bull run for almost 2 years. We had a bear market for, I think it was for a year. So I'm kind of thinking we finish the year up here, and then during those bearish months, we start to top out or come down. Now I have this mid-year, but I I think the downtrend will be over around uh, April. Normally seasonality, we bottom out in April and we spring forward, and usually that in spring the market after the big correction, it starts to go up, and then we restart another cycle. I think we'll stay in this trend right here and continue going up. So this right here, this correction right here, I think will end. I've got this out till June, so I don't want to confuse people. I think the correction in this area will be over by about March or April, and then we'll start doing the same thing we did here. We had a cycle here, an extended wave 3, a 4, and a 5. Which right now I think we could be in a 4, or we have finished a 5, which I know that's a big jump, but it could go either way. I do think we stay in this channel. We're channel bound, and we could possibly come up and take out the high or make a lower high. But if you look at the reason why I like using Elliott Wave to predict future movements is because that these patterns they show up everywhere, and the Fibonacci ratio is like it's called the golden ratio, but it's when things are moving forward, these areas are always the areas that find the most support and reaction. Because if you pull a fib on any of these runs, it'll fall in this area right here, just like we did right here. And this is how I was able to get in back in April. Is I pulled this right here, and I knew that we'd come down in this area, and I started buying in this area. See that whole move? Now the same thing over here. You pull to the top, and you start buying in the 50 area. We went a little bit lower, but this is called the golden zone right here. Now right here we had an actual crash. So we come down and give up that whole rally. This rally lasted 2 years. Now let's see if we can pull it up on here. But you see right here, we've been going the overall trend, and that's why I say being in and out of the market and trying to time the market is not where the money is. The money is being invested in the mega trend over time, and also you can speculate on the side if you want to. But the main thing is always having your investments working for you and growing and compounding, whether that be an ETF like IBIT, SPY, or QQQ. If you stay in the overall trend, you're going to outperform most money managers. And on the side, if you have money on the side, you can do options plays, which I favor long calls most of the time when the VIX is overextended. And like right now, before I start buying companies, I'm going to wait on this to pull back a little bit until valuations come down. And I am looking at Netflix. I think they'll do well. And I was possibly going to add some after the split. Usually after they split, they could go down for a little while. But with Walmart, when they split, they've been up ever since. They never even come back down. And yeah, this is what I'm kind of looking at. Just this period, I'm looking for around April to be done. I'm thinking we finish this year. I think we finished a year higher. I do believe that. But remember, always be in the main trend. That's where your wealth will grow. And the speculation and stuff is something you can do on the side. And then whatever profits you make, you keep adding adding to your ETFs or individual stocks, and stocks that have alpha trends or that are beating everything else. You know, AMD and Micron, all these stocks have performed extremely well. I think Nvidia will be a catch-up trade, and I could be totally wrong, but I wanted to give my ideas on here. Tell me what you think below.